Hello, welcome to lesson 3.3, multiplying with zeros. We're going to be talking a lot about place value today. So, a school district is replacing all of the desks in its classroom. There are 103 classrooms and each classroom needs 24 new desks. How many desks will the school district need to buy? So, we know we have 103 classrooms and each, which tells us we're going to multiply, classroom needs 24 desks. So you can solve it like this if you're comfortable. But what we can do is we can do 103. So we can take that 103 and we can split it up. Then we can multiply this by 24 and we can multiply this by 24. So if you remember, we talked about every place value goes up 10. So if you have 100, that's actually a 10 and a 10, which is two place values. So if we have the number 24, and this is in the tens place, and I want it to go up two place values, well, one place value means I need to put it in the hundreds place, and two place values means I need the 2 to be in the thousands place. So now I have moved my 24 into 2,400. Now we can just do simple multiplication here. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. If you add those together, you get 2,472, and that's your answer. So breaking up your number is a great way to help yourself multiply, especially when you're using those zeros. So let's do some practicing. So here we have 205 times 23. I'm going to rewrite it here to give myself some space. So I have 205 times 23. Well, I'm going to take that 205 and I'm going to split it into 100, 100, and 5. Or you could simply do 205. It's however you want to do it. Let's do 205 and let's see how that looks since we just did 100 on the other page. So let's do 205. So first I'm going to do 200 times 23. So we're still moving place values because we have the zeros, but this time we have a 200, which means first we need to multiply both of these by 2. Well, 2 times 3 is 6, and we're going to move it over here, and 2 times 2 is 4. Now we have 46, but I need to move it 2 place values because remember each 100 is 2 place values. So now I need my 4 to go from the hundreds, from the tens to the hundreds, and now from the hundreds to the thousands. So there's 2 zeros, there's 2 place values. Now I can do my times 5. 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Now I can add those two together. And I get 4,715. Okay, let's do another one. Question 2, we have 108 times 34. We're going to take that 108 and we're going to break it up into 100 plus 8. This, again, is going to be two place values. So I have 100 times 34. So it's 34 because it's just a 1. And then we have 2 place values, so tens, hundreds, thousands. And then we can do 34 times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 3 is 24. And then 25, 26, 27. Now we add those together. And we get 3,672. All right, let's get a little bit bigger. So number 3, we have 410 times 44. We're going to break this one up a lot. I want 400 and I want 10. But 4s can sometimes be tricky for me, so I'm actually going to do 200 and 200. So I'm going to start with doing 200 times 44. Again, I know I'm going to have my 2 place values, so I can put those there. And then 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 4 is 8. Now I know that gives me this 200. Well, this 200 will be the exact same, so I'm just going to add that number to the bottom. So that gives me that 200, and that one is that 200. So now I have 0, 0, 16, and 17. Now I still have this 10, so now I have 10 times 44. Well, that's just moving it 1 place value. So I'm going from 44 to 440. And now I can add that. And there's my answer. So it's all about, oh, I was doing all of that off screen, wasn't I? That is all, wait, now you can check, see if you did it right. That is all about separating your number and looking at place values. So you can see I separated it into 200s here. I did 200 times 44, and that gave me this number. So that answered that question. Well, if I do 200 times 44 again, I'll end up with the same thing, so I took that answer and placed it there and added it together. So then when I did 10 times 44, I brought that down here and added it to get my answer. So now